What's going on, guys? I just got out of the shower because I just went to the pool and had a great time. But I'm going to react to this video. I just watched it a little bit, but I just knew it didn't make me mad, but it boiled something inside of me. And I just want to watch it and get my reaction. And this is going to be my first reaction video. I never do reaction content. I think it's cringe, but it just struck a chord with me in a way. And I want to share that and see if other people think that way as well. So let's check it out. So this is Jay Ross. He's got 301 subscribers, but he put out this video that absolutely went, I don't know what you call it, semi-viral. 20K views in a week. Let's check it out. This is the truth about low elo.
So recently I made a video on my channel talking about how I went from bronze 4 to silver 4 in a little under a week and had a pretty solid win rate. Basically just made a video showing the highlights.
Great win rate.
But today I
80K
wanted
player.
to make a video talking about my journey from silver to gold and give some tips and tricks on how I believed made the climb pretty easy. The first thing I kind of want to talk about is the one thing I noticed in League in low elo is for some reason your teammates are just on edge like every second. I don't know if it's a League thing or if it's a low elo thing, but they're like extremely on edge. Like
he said that your teammates are on edge, and he doesn't know if this is a low elo thing or a League thing. This isn't a League thing. This is an internet thing. People are nice in the real world. They say, "Hey, how's it going? Good weather outside, isn't it?" That's what they say in the real world. But when they go online, they go into a little tower of themselves and they don't realize that they're, with other humans. And it's hard for them to see, past the characters on the screen that they're with other people. So they don't treat you the same way. So when someone treats you like an absolute Nazi, then that's because they don't realize that you're a human being. It's something in their psychology. It's just the way it is. This is a League thing. This is an internet thing. This is not a low elo thing. It's so funny that people talk about certain levels of toxicity. Oh, silver's bad, or oh, gold is this, or platinum's this. Dude, all that shit's the same. There are slight variations, but whatever you lose in one thing, you make up in another, I promise.
if you make even a fucking micro of a mistake, you're getting spam pinged. I don't know what it is.
Spam pinging, that shit's universal. You see that everywhere.
I don't know who hurt them. I don't know what game they learned, but some of the players in this game 100% make the game harder. That is a fact. Like,
it's just the way it is.
When you're in silver,
yeah,
some of the games are just going to be unwinnable, and it's completely out of your hands.
Everyone has unwinnable games. That's just the way it is.
It's more or less how you react upon them. If you let it ruin your day, if you're gonna just keep it all pent up and go into the next game tilted as fuck, like that's totally up to you. But one of the things that I was able to understand is basically, yeah, like you can't win every game. The games you lose, I'm not gonna really let it ruin my day. Like,
see, Jay Ross fucking killed this. This guy is living, breathing proof that if you just realize that your games are gonna be the way they are, the world, the universe operates in another plane, and you just need to exist within it, and you just need to keep playing games, and the longer you play, the better you'll get, the more you'll win. And if you just play in spite of the craziness that is the universe, you'll rank up. He realized this and went straight to silver. He jumped a whole division just from this one little fact. That's crazy.
Sometimes I get tilted, but let's say I get tilted, I'll take like a 15-20 minute break, go outside maybe, like if it's really bad, just basically focus on my breathing, kind of stuff like that, just kind of calm down. That helped me a lot, just kind of keeping my mental in check, because I do think League is a huge mental game.
Dude, everything is a mental game. It's crazy that he got this, and it's awesome. It's just another testament. It's another page in the book of mental health and emotional wisdom. You cannot focus on the thing you're supposed to focus on if you're having an emotional event. If someone said something like, bro, your girlfriend's fat, like if that is on your mind, you can't focus on other things. If you've got stress, if you've got homework, if you haven't eaten that day, dude, you can't focus on this video game. That's the way it is. So if something inside the video game grabs your attention, you can't focus on what you need to be doing in that moment. He is 100% correct.
Kind of limit your champ pool a little bit. Like, I don't play mid lane, I don't play top lane, I don't play jungle, I don't play support. I am strictly ADC. I don't really get autofilled that often. Like, most of the times I get ADC, and I've been playing pretty much only 2 champs.
This is so funny because this is one of those key bits of advice that are actually 100% true. Basically, every champion in this game does not have a whole learning curve around them. It's honestly like you're learning, they do, but it's like you're learning the game through the champion. The champion is just a lens that you learn League through. If you're a Bard player, the way you see the game is going to be fundamentally different than if you're like a Sylas player or a Yasuo player. It's just a completely different understanding. Or if you're a Fiora player or an Alawi player, it completely changes your frame of mind. And so if you completely choke down the funnel of your champions to 1 or 2 champions, that means that you're going to start understanding it a lot easier. If I were to ask you this, hey, go talk to the world. Go learn, 8 languages. Dude, you're not going to get anywhere learning 8 languages. But if you learn 2 languages, you will have a much better time understanding the world and other people and communication through those 2 languages. But if you have to learn it through 15 languages, there's no chance that you're going to be able to learn all that information. Same thing works for League. If you're one-tricking Darius and you play a mid-top and jungle, you're going to learn the game at a faster rate than if you play Darius, Wukong, Fiora, Jace, Zed, and all these things and you're constantly juggling them. Maybe once later in your career, you can say, oh, I spent a month playing Wukong. Oh, I spent a month playing Jace. You can pull from those banks of knowledge. But until you build that bank of knowledge, you can't do that. You're juggling chainsaws at that point.
I played Kai'Sa because she can pretty much 1v9 if she gets ahead. Like a fed Kai'Sa is very, very known on the map. And I also played Jhin because Jhin is my favorite champion in this game. Is like the reason I played League of Legends.
His theory behind why he plays the champs he does is actually very mature. It's a really good strategy. You should, if you had to pick 2 champions, you should pick a meta champion and a passion champion. Like, that is a really good way of looking at it. You should pick something that you just love. Like, if you just love playing Teemo, you just love, if you just love that shit, play Teemo. But then balance it out with, like, Ornn or Sion or something like that if you're a top laner. Or if you play mid lane and you just, man, I just love playing Jace. I love playing Jace. Maybe pick an AP champion, maybe a scaling champion to balance it out.
And after a little bit, I was, like, not really planning on coming back to League. I was, like, pretty much done, but I think I went to my brother's room and I saw him playing, and I was like, fucking coming back from rehab from a crack addiction, your brother's smoking crack, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I reinstalled League, and I basically went from Silver 3-ish to Gold 4.
I wonder why he wanted to take a break from League in the first place, but comparing League to a crack addiction is pretty rough, but I can see his point.
And that grind I felt was even easier. It definitely took more games, and it was definitely more fun. Like, I felt like my supports on the most part were pretty solid. Like, they would just kind of follow me around and just help me out. That was awesome. Sometimes I'd get some rogue supports that would roam level 4 and just really fuck me in bot lane.
This is so typical of someone that doesn't realize how good they are. It's so funny because he literally just said that it was more fun getting from silver to gold, and it was easier getting to gold than it was to silver. Which means that at some point in his development to silver, he broke through something. He leveled up some skills, he got some kind of macro awareness, and then the puzzle just fit. And then he was just able to ascend the ranks. That's how this shit works. And it's so funny because even watching his background play, look at this kiting.
Roam level 4, just help me
this
out.
Kiting is
awesome.
not silver
Sometimes
level
I'd get
kiting.
Some rogue supports
He's kiting
that would roam
really
level
well.
4 and just really fuck me.
And he's only like 5 and 3 at this point. So he's doing, like, clearly the mechanics are there. Like, clearly he's a platinum level player that was stuck in a silver level account. And he just leveled up by getting that awareness and that understanding. Listen to what he says about supports.
On the most part, were pretty solid. Like, they would just kind of follow me around and just help me out. That was awesome. Sometimes I'd get some rogue supports that would roam level 4 and just really fuck me in bot lane.
So he said sometimes he got good supports and sometimes he got bad supports. Remember, I guarantee you if you were to interview every support he had, I bet you half of them would say, yeah, that guy was pretty good, and the other half would say, yeah, that guy wasn't that good. Because remember, this game is a coin flip game. Sometimes you play good, sometimes you don't. I just posted a video about how I got to Masters, but 4 games before that, I fed my ass off on Alistar. I went like 4-10 or something like that. So you've got to have empathy. You've got to remember, hey, sometimes you are the shit, and sometimes you play like shit, and that's just the way it is.
I'm not thinking about it, my rank tells me everything, but it's more or less just about, like, I'm seeing mistakes that I'm making. I'm seeing myself
dude, That's what I'm talking about. This dude, I don't know what level he's at. I don't know if he's still gold or if he's plat already, but he is hitting all of the key pillars of being a good league player. Don't give a shit about rank. Focus on your mistakes. That's it. Period. Done. Underline it, bold it, highlight it. That's it.
I'm seeing mistakes that I'm making. I'm seeing myself make these mistakes less, thus making me climb because I am playing a lot better. Does that make sense?
Of course it makes sense, dude. You've got it 100% correct. You're killing it right now. I hope to see more from this guy. He's an absolute legend. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll get somewhere to platinum or something in the long run. This is cool. It's good to see more positive League content. This is content that says League is a fun game. I played it. I stopped playing it. I came back because I enjoyed it, and I think it's awesome. And I'm growing because I'm just focusing on myself and not letting the entropy of the internet get me down. This is awesome. I love inspiration. Stay hard.